Online dating is never fun. Online dating is even less fun when you have a girlfriend and she figures out what you're doing. I was with Rachel for about 5 years, and our relationship was just going nowhere. It was in a dead end. I was miserable. She was miserable. Everyone around us knew that we were miserable. Our friends and family knew that we were miserable. The relationship was just really not in good shape. So when I went down to visit my brother in Atlanta, he told me, that it would be a great idea for me to get involved in online dating. I said, what about the girlfriend? He said, don't worry about it. It's kind of like women are like cars, that you don't get rid of the old one until you have a new one to replace it. Sage advice, right? Really great advice. Yeah, wisdom. I'm glad I followed that one. But so I put a profile online. I guess he chided me a little bit. I mean, he did suggest that I do this, and ultimately I did do this. And Rachel did find out that I had put up a profile online. I figured, you know what, I'm not paying for it. It's not a big deal. Everyone has a Match.com profile these days, right? And sure enough, one of her friends had found my profile and had indicated to her that this was what I was doing. And I told her, I tried to tell her that it's really okay. It's really. I'm not dating, I'm just doing this to appease my brother. It's just a computer glitch. It's really, of course I still love you. She thought I didn't love her. Well, maybe she was right about something, but, the relationship, again, it was headed down the wrong path. So, some months passed, and at that point, actually, when she brought it up, I had actually forgotten about the profile. So I was as shocked as anybody when it came up. Some months passed. This was in the spring, and Thanksgiving comes around, and we broke up on Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. We broke up. We were actually at my aunt's house where we have Thanksgiving lunch, and after lunch, the family does stuff. Everyone, her and I were just miserable, and everybody knew it. And it was obvious to her. She wanted to do more with the relationship. She really wanted the relationship to go to couples counseling, to do all this other stuff, and I had one foot out the door because I had met somebody on Match.com. Somebody had sent me a message, and I decided to actually take that next step and pay for the account. That's how I knew I was in and hooked. And I paid for my account, and I got the message, and I started communicating with this person online electronically through Match.com. I know, I feel like I'm plugging them, but. And sure enough, this person was supposed to be 92% my match. So I met Melissa. We went on a date almost immediately after I'd broken up with Rachel. Mind you, she was blind to what was going on in the other half of my life. So I'd broken up with Rachel, got into a relationship with this new girl, Melissa, who was 92% my match. And she was. Absolutely no question about it. I would actually say she was more like 95% my match. I mean, if there was a female version of me, it was her, without a question. She was my doppelganger. She had the similar type of work ethic that I did. She was a workaholic, same affection with soda, and she had that same stubborn streak that I did. We were together for about 2 months. And then I broke up with her. I broke up with her over a speeding ticket, too. She had gotten pulled over coming back from Connecticut to Rhode Island, where she was a graduate student, and she had gotten pulled over, and she called me up, and she was flipping out. She was flipping out because of the ticket. They don't know who they messed with. I'm going to challenge this. That cop will be sorry the day he ever messed with me, Melissa. I wouldn't have it. A couple days later, I didn't react at the time, but a couple days later, I did react. And I reacted, by breaking up with her because she was reflecting back. I mean, she was 92% my match. She was reflecting back every quality that I had had. All my fear, my doubt, my insecurities were being reflected right back at me. And I couldn't deal with it. I didn't want to date myself. I wanted to date somebody else. So I was dating her, and it felt like it was just a bad relationship. And so I broke up with her. And she really was, as much, both girls are out of the picture now and all that. She really was as close a match as anyone I've ever met. All because of a computer glitch. I broke 3 people's hearts, my own, Rachel's, and Melissa's. Sometimes what you see really is what you get.